Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm the boy who lived twice, and today we'll be talking about the different kinds of intelligence on display with characters in the Harry Potter series. Hermione is the most bookish, Dumbledore is the most magically powerful, Voldemort knows the most about dark magic, Slughorn or Snape are the best at potions, but is Hagrid the wisest? He is undoubtedly everybody's favorite lovable giant, but he also delivers absolute gems of sage wisdom, in addition to predicting the end of the series from the very beginning. Here we go. So, we're just going to go one by one through 4 of Hagrid's greatest lines that either predicted the future, told us something incredibly important plot-wise, or were just absolute gems of wisdom that I'm sure shaped more people than just me. So, we're going to start with, "Don't you worry, Harry. You'll learn fast enough. Everyone starts at the beginning at Hogwarts. You'll be just fine. Just be yourself. I know it's hard. You've been singled out, and that's always hard. But you'll have a great time at Hogwarts. I did. I still do. It's a matter of fact." Now this is delivered to Harry being nervous about having no magical background going to Hogwarts in Sorcerer's Stone. And Hagrid basically just says, like, hey, everyone starts new. Everyone's the new kid at some point. Don't worry, you'll be okay, you'll be fine. I had a great time and I was an outsider. You'll have a great time too. I know it kind of sucks that you're an outsider, but it's not going to hurt you. In fact, it'll shape you and make your time there even better. This, in the story, incredibly poignant, necessary, really valuable wisdom for Hagrid to be giving to Harry. Super valuable for Harry to hear this. But for all of us as readers, especially if you're reading this as a kid, it's such a good lesson for if you move to a new town, how to start a new school, if you were starting a new sport, even just if you were on a new team in a new class. Every school year you were going to be meeting new kids, and that was scary. And this just so valuably, hey, we're all new at some point. You're going to do great. And that's one of the most valuable lessons that people can hear in those moments where you're nervous, where you're worried, where something is on the horizon that you're not fully knowledgeable about or prepared for. So, incredible Hagrid wisdom, and delivered in that super just being honest kind of Hagrid speak, where he just says it super plain, matter of factly, not like, oh, here's why you should feel this way, here's like this intellectual take on it. He just says the truth in a clear, concise, gruff, goofy kind of way, and we all love him to death for it. Okay, so next line, and this also is from Sorcerer's Stone. When Hagrid is telling Harry about Voldemort and the fall of Voldemort, he says, "Some say he died. Codswallop, in my opinion. Don't know if he had enough human left in him to die. Some say he's still out there, biding his time, like, but I don't believe it." So, Hagrid was correct. Voldemort quite literally didn't have enough human left in him, enough of his soul left in him, to die. In the King's Cross station scene, when Harry's talking with Dumbledore, maybe in your head, dear boy, why would that make it any less real? In that moment, the creepy, burned, shriveled, whimpering creature, the disgusting creature under the bench, is what remains of Voldemort's soul. He quite literally does not have enough human left in him to die. He is not given the satisfaction of a death, of being able to move on to the beyond, to get on a train and go onward, as Dumbledore would put it, because he quite literally sacrificed the parts of him that were human in the pursuit of immortality. Hagrid saw this, knew this, felt this. In some way, Hagrid just totally understood that even though nobody knew what Voldemort was doing with the Horcruxes, it's like Hagrid could just sense that he had only an eighth of a soul left in him, and that would be an issue re the whole pursuit of dying thing. And remember, Dumbledore says about the creature, that is something which is beyond either of our help. Dumbledore knew every possible detail about the Horcruxes. He had done all the research. He had been hunting them. He had been training Harry about them, teaching Harry about them. He had been talking with everyone, I'm sure reading every piece of information he could find about Horcruxes. And Dumbledore understands that. Hagrid knew that near the beginning of Sorcerer's Stone. So that's some definite wisdom there. Absolutely incredible. Now, when Rita Skeeter puts out the hit article on Hagrid, telling everyone that he's half giant, and there's all this like backlash, all this gossip, all this hate mail coming in, he says, "I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed. Never be ashamed." My old dad used to say, "There's some who hold it against you, but they're not worth bothering with." I mean, like, just yeah, 100%. Hagrid, good looking out, and to your dad too. If people will judge you for things you can't change, like race, ethnicity, sex, gender, anything about your background that isn't something about you personally, they are their opinions don't matter. Nothing is as important as who you are on the inside. So like Hagrid just got that, and he just delivers it like, yeah, I am what I am. Super wise, super intelligent, like philosophical, psychological. Oh well, I can't accept blame for things that aren't my fault. I can't hold other people's opinions against me, but he just delivers it like, yeah, I am what I am. Which just absolute natural wisdom. That's maybe what's most impressive about Hagrid's kind of wisdom. It's not like schooled, it's not scholarly, it's not well reasoned, it's not long thought out. He just says what he feels, and he seemingly always feels the correct thing. So, way to go, Hagrid. Be who you are. And now, my single favorite line from the entire Harry Potter series. This is literally the lock screen on my phone. Are we ready? No use sitting worrying about it. What's coming will come, and we'll meet it when it does. That's Hagrid near the end of Goblet of Fire, when Harry, Ron, and Hermione are like, "Oh, what do we do? How can we help? What can we do to stop Voldemort from gaining power?" And Hagrid's just like, "Don't worry about it. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. Right now, nothing is in your control. So just when things come, we'll deal with them then. Right now, all we can do is continue on our lives." That is just absolute incredible wisdom. When something's totally out of your control, worrying is just letting the thing happen to you twice. Once when it's going to happen, but also right now or when you're worrying, when you're letting it hurt you an additional time, when you're letting it consume your thoughts and your time and your feelings. Just meet it when it comes. Meeting challenges head on when they come is, of course, incredible, and Hagrid says that. And yeah, you want to prepare as much as you can. Dumbledore and the Order were going to be doing whatever prep they could possibly do to fight Voldemort. But at the end of the day, most of us, especially like Ron, Harry, Hermione, Hagrid, most of the people in Harry Potter's world at that point couldn't do anything really to stop Voldemort. All they could do was be prepared and meet it when it came. So yeah, most of us can't change what's coming, so just meet it when it comes. So there. The wisest, sagest character in all of Harry Potter is Rubeus Hagrid. Honorable mention goes to Dumbledore for the line, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light," which is, of course, exceptional. But the reason why Dumbledore doesn't outdo Hagrid wisdom-wise is because that line was in his speech. His start of the year speech. That was thought out, planned, written, probably rehearsed. Dumbledore had time, and he had read so many books. We're not 100% totally convinced that Hagrid can read. Not to take away from him. Hagrid just fires off wisdom, equaling or exceeding Dumbledore's just from the hip. So Hagrid is the most naturally wise character, maybe in all of literature, but certainly in Harry Potter. So, what do you think? Are there any wiser lines from Hagrid or a different character? Do you think Hagrid doesn't deserve this title? Do you agree with me? I would love for the comments section on this video to turn into a celebration of Hagrid's wisdom, but I'd also love to see it be a debate. How do we feel about this? And how did these lessons that Hagrid or another character taught you, these pieces of wisdom, these little sound bites of incredible knowledge, how did they stick with you? How did they shape you? I know that I, all the time, try to use these lessons. Try to not worry about what's coming. Just be in the moment, meet it when it comes. Prepare, yeah, but don't stress too hard about the future. I try to internalize that as much as I can. Do you? What lessons do you take from this story? If you enjoyed this and you want to hear more thoughts like it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.